everyone, my name is Alicia Peplinski. Nice to see you all again. So today for our video recording on the persuasive speech, I have chosen to do the topic on women as priests in the Catholic Church and the Catholic community. It's a very controversial topic, especially in the Catholic community. A lot of the Catholic Church members and current priests and even the Pope kind of disagree that women should be ordained as priests, but I personally think that it would be a really great asset and good idea to allow women to be ordained. And here's a couple of reasons why that I was researching during this topic. So some of the pros for women being priests is that more people would be drawn to the Catholic Church. I know a lot of times now, with older gentlemen being only priests and deacons, it's very hard for a lot of people in the church community to connect with them, and so to be able to have women as priests would make it easier to be more welcoming as a community and to bring new perspectives in that maybe would not have been thought about previously in the past. And a lot of times with different churches, like the non-denominational churches, Jewish churches, a lot of mosques, and Buddhist kind of temples, they all have main points for women being central roles and things in their churches. And so for the Catholic community, if they were to allow women to be ordained as priests, it would really bring the church itself into a more modern time. The Pope has been talking about finding different ways for women to have more leadership roles and active roles in the church to try and really pertain and appeal to different people outside of the Catholic community to see if that would be one of the ways that could really bring them closer to the Catholic religion. And then a lot of times women bring unique experiences and opinions and perspectives that were not previously thought of before, especially since there were 2 books in the Bible that women wrote, and they didn't make it into the Bible because the authors and editors of the Bible back in modern, ancient times really didn't want women to have author and authority roles in the Bible. So there was 2, Ruth was in the Bible, but there was 2 other ones that didn't quite make it in. And having those different perspectives and unique ideas that women could bring to the church might be different ways for sermons to be done and different ways for connecting in the community and different ways to outreach to people and to help people, because a lot of times women's opinions still in the Catholic community are kind of pushed to the side. So I think being able to allow women to come forward and deliver these different ideas from different perspectives would be a great asset overall. And also, it has been researched and found that when women are able to have leadership roles and important roles in their faith life and faith journey, it helps with more positive self-identity and positive self-confidence. So when women's opinions are heard and validated and people connect with them, it really helps to increase a positive self-identity and help to, in the future, allow women to feel self-confident in making decisions and connecting with people. And there are a few cons to this idea of women being ordained as priests in the Catholic Church. It was also researched and said that allowing women to have leadership roles would change the very essence of the church on a spiritual and a doctrinal level, because 2 different arguments have been found why women shouldn't be priests. The iconic argument, which states that because males are only allowed to be priests, is because they image Jesus. Jesus was a male and they image him personally. So when God says all men are created in his image, when Jesus was the only one allowed to preach for God, they think that only males should be priests because they image Jesus himself. Another con or argument to this idea is that the authority argument, that Jesus, during his teachings and travels, chose male apostles. He did have female apostles, which is why I think that this one doesn't really work, because Mary Magdalene followed Jesus around, and he had a lot of women followers, and he gave them a lot of roles and activities to take steps in and to lead. But technically, Jesus only chose male apostles to really go out and spread his word and to guide the people. So some of the arguments there could be that because Jesus only chose male apostles in authority roles, that in modern times and today only men should be able to be priests and have that authority and leadership role in the church. And also, the church was founded with a male priest, with a male pope, and so allowing women to come into leadership roles and to be ordained as priests might threaten the very existence of the church. But I disagree with that because, I mean, even as families grow and change, they adapt their ways of thinking and they adapt different role identities. And so to only have the church stay the same throughout centuries isn't allowing for growth and expansion, and it keeps a very narrow mindset as well. So I think it's important for women to be allowed to be priests so we can embrace the entire community, to reach out to everyone and to help more people, and especially to grow and change with the times. And maybe some of the teachings that Jesus taught in the past might make more sense now today because women think differently from men. I think it's very important that this topic be talked about and discussed more openly. It makes me really happy that the Pope is being more open to women and is inviting people to come forward and have these conversations, and even in his communications and discussions with his boards and different bishops around the world to invite people to come and talk about this issue. And he's even had conversations with women, especially Mother Teresa, and to be congratulated for their work is really important. And I think it shows great progress that we're even being open to these conversations now, because for so long only men have really been able to have that leadership dominant role. So this is what I was thinking about. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you guys see the importance of this issue in the Catholic Church, and that to be able to reach out to many people, many diversities, religions, races, it's important to be open-minded and accepting of all different types of leadership, races, and genders. And so this was a very important issue for me, and I hope that what I say makes a lot of sense and you guys can really relate to it and agree that women should have that ability, if they so choose, to be ordained, to be a deacon, to take leadership roles in the church, because it's important for all of us to connect and be equals on the same level. Alright guys, I can't wait to read and see your video uploads. I hope you all have a great night. Thank you.